welcome back everyone for some more Ace Attorney Dual Destinies, and we are ready to conclude day one of the trial in the case against Orla, or Shipley, however you want to call her. And she is the orca that we are trying to defend from being put down. And in this episode, we're going to be listening to Sasha Buckler because we ended the last episode listening to Marlon Rhymes, and so he pretty much implicated that she has something to do with what happened to the captain. But I didn't mean to rhyme there. But before we continue on here, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. And yes, I do know captain and happen do not technically rhyme, but they do sound like they do, even though they don't. So, for those of you wondering, yes, I am well aware those two words do not rhyme. But anyway, without further ado, we are going to go ahead. We are going to finish day one of the trial. July 21st, 10:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Wright, are you going to cross-examine Sasha? Guess I'll have to ask her about the noise from the stuff falling down. Mr. Wright. Mr. Rhymes, why did you lie? I didn't want Sasha to have to appear in court. I thought if anybody had to testify, I should be the one to do it for her. But why would you go to all those lengths? Did you see the entry for the 20th on that calendar? The note about meeting the captain at the worker pool? Yeah, I found that calendar in the nap room. I think it's probably Sasha's. What? Then that means... Guess it does look like more of a woman's calendar than a man's. Calendar updated in the court record apparently belongs to Sasha. A meeting with the victim was scheduled for 7 a.m. on the 20th. I didn't want suspicion to fall on Sasha. Mr. Wright, I gotta go back to the aquarium to look after the orca in Sasha's place. I'll be rooting for you on the other end of that TV phone. Please take care of Sasha. Okay, we can't let Prosecutor Blackwell get the best of us. Time to be focused. You're right. After all, we're the only ones who can save Orla. July 21st, 11:02 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 4. The court will now reconvene. Prosecutor Blackwell, please call the witness to the stand. Again, you waste your breath. Me name be Sasha, and I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. I come to rescue me bucko from the false charges put on her by Dread Pirate Nostash. Nostash? Guess Nostash refers to Prosecutor Blackwell this time. Well, it can't be the judge. He has a mustache, and a full beard. Now then, Captain Judge, shall we begin the pirate court? The Captain Judge? I rather like that. Makes me feel like a salty old sea dog. And scene. How is that for a self-intro? The court is not a show. State your full name and occupation. I'm Sasha Buckler. I work at Shipshape Aquarium. I perform in our Swashbuckler Spectacular Pirate Show alongside Orla as her trainer. Whoa, you seem like a completely different person now. You really think so? Thanks. I was in my pirate show persona just then. Prosecutor Blackwell said I could introduce myself any way I like. I'd bet money he didn't think you were going to do it like that. What will this witness testify about? The orca manipulated the victim into playing volleyball and then knocked the items down. The witness will report about hearing the noise that caused the victim's death. Now wait just a minute. Sure, Orla uses the ball to break props sometimes. She even spiked the ball at the giant octopus's leg yesterday when I was cleaning. So Orla was the one who broke that leg, huh? But she couldn't have knocked down that huge stack of equipment with her little ball. I thought you were paying attention to the trial over the telecast. But you apparently know nothing of what we've been discussing. The orca knocked down the equipment by pulling on the cloth that was underneath. No one said anything about the orca knocking it down with a ball. What? Is that what we're talking about? I came in here to give Prosecutor Nostash a good keel hauling. But I'm the one getting the cat o' nine tails. Oh, he's as vicious as a tiger shark. Miss Buckler, just focus on your testimony and you'll be alright. Don't worry, we'll take care of that tiger shark for you. Thank you, Athena. Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be phenomenal. Alright, Miss Buckler, please proceed with your testimony. Witness testimony. Hearing the noise. I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise, but the aquarium's guest scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. I talked to Norma the Plume first, and we went to the pool room with a security guard. The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all. Her story doesn't seem to be much different from Marlon Rhymes' testimony. Or does it? The circumstances are different. The actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order the witness heard the two noises. If she heard the scream first, the prosecution's claims don't stand up. Unfortunately for you, she doesn't remember the order of what she heard. She doesn't? I was distracted at the time, so I don't really recall which one I heard first. I was lost in thought until the guard brought me back to myself. Sorry, I'm no help. As long as the order remains unclear, I shall not alter the prosecution's claims. After killing the victim with a bag of coins, the orca toyed with the body in the water. I have to turn things around here somehow. Unless I can prove the sound Sasha heard was not the sound of the victim's murder, Black Rose claimed that Orla pulled down the equipment to kill the victim will stand. If I want to save Orla, I have to find a contradiction, no matter how small. Very well. Your cross-examine, please, Mr. A. And per usual, before each cross-examination, I do like to save. Cross-examination. Hearing the noise. She admits she heard Orla summoning her with a loud noise, but the aquarium guest scream she heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. She talked to Norma the Plume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all.
Hold it!
What do you recall about the scene exactly? I don't remember much, to be honest. I was in total shock from seeing the captain like that. If you ask me something specific, I might be able to remember, though. Specific questions, huh? Okay, let's see. What should I ask her about? Well, let's start with the things that are scattered around. Could you tell me more about the things that were scattered around? They were equipment and props for the new show. The new show? Yeah, we were supposed to debut a brand new Swashbuckler Spectacular yesterday. We already defeated the giant octopus of No Stash after all. We were gonna have a new nemesis, Red Stash. He's on the flyer. Oh, that's the flyer Rifle was distributing. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in Skull Rock? Oh, I wish it could be me. Leave it to you, Athena, to know all about it. Orla's even got some new tricks for the new show. Swashbuckler Flyer updated the court record and advertisement for a new show. It was dropped by a penguin. So all the stuff that fell down was for the new show, is that it? That's right, a bunch of props and crates and other equipment stacked up. Your Honor, for the record, I'd like that information added to the witness's testimony. Very well. Miss Buckler, please append what you just said to your testimony. Sure thing. The props for the new show were everywhere, and the captain was in the middle of it all.
Hold it!
These props for the new show, what kind of things were they? A blow-up dolphin, an anchor, Red Stash's costume, the bag of coins, stuff like that. The captain was wearing his usual costume and the new props were all there. Wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right. Is there a problem with Sasha's testimony? Actually, there is. You say the captain's wearing his usual costume, but is that completely accurate? Come on, Phoenix, what are you nitpicking my testimony for? If we look at the body, we see that there's a discrepancy between that and your statement. You stated that the victim was wearing his usual costume, but you'll notice the victim was wearing a red scarf around his neck. I imagine this red scarf is part of his costume for the new pirate show. Oh, you're right, it's written right here in the flyer for the new show. Featuring the dashing Red Stash with a fluttering red scarf. Although I have to say, it just looks like a red scarf was added to his old costume. Yeah, well, the captain was never one to spend much money on costumes. But, you know, the captain wasn't wearing that red scarf. But in this photo, I believe I see a red scarf. Yeah, but it's not wrapped around his neck. It's just draped on top of his neck. That red scarf was packed away with the rest of the new show's equipment. It must have fallen on top of the captain when the equipment fell down. Oh, I see. Looks like your discrepancy wasn't really a discrepancy after all. So the scarf doesn't have anything to do with the case? But there's something about the timing of this stuff falling that bothers me. Hold on. The timing of this stuff falling. The timing. Maybe. My theory has been all wrong from the beginning. Maybe the bag of coins isn't a murder weapon. And so your last cross-examination ends in failure as well. You should know that such a feeble slash will never hurt me. As I said, the orca made the equipment fall and then toyed with the body in the water.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackwell, but based on the circumstances at the scene, the defendant couldn't have dragged the body into the water after the equipment fell. And why, pray tell, is that? Oh, I'll tell you alright. If my theory has been all wrong, then I'll just have to fix it. Yes, Mr. Wright, please do tell the court. Let's go ahead and save. What indicates that the body was not dragged into the water after the items fell? Well, it would be this, the red scarf.
Take that!
This red scarf fell at the same time as the bag of coins. But if the body was dragged into the pool after the bag of coins fell, then the red scarf wouldn't still be on top of the body. Well, what? In other words, the victim was already dead when the equipment came crashing down. Therefore, the bag of coins that fell with the red scarf was not the murder weapon.
Silence!
But it was the defense who claimed the bag of coins was the murder weapon to begin with. Well, yes, that's true. Do you intend to abandon your original argument? After hearing the testimony, I realized my theory about the murder weapon was wrong. Please recall the facts we've learned so far. It's a fact that what Orla bit was the victim's dead body. After all, we saw that the victim on the security footage he was already dead. But then the orca carried the victim's body to the side of the pool, and knocked down the equipment for the new pirate show that was piled up there. Maybe Orla was trying to alert the humans to the victim's condition. If Orla knocked the items down on the victim after he's already dead, then it means the defendant didn't kill the victim with those items. But that's preposterous. Even still, your argument is lacking. If neither the orca's headbutting nor the bag of coins were the manner of death, then how do you propose the victim was killed? Ah! A very good point. If the defense is now abandoning its original theory, then we would need a new theory as to what the murder weapon was. Alright. I doubt I have no clue would go over well. Alright, let's go over what we still need to find out about the victim's body. What we don't know is how he died and why his body was at the bottom of the pool. I wonder if there's something that would explain both of those things at once. How did the victim's body sink to the bottom of the pool? On a diagram, it's easy enough to move the body to the bottom of the pool, but in real life, the water would just cause the body to float. Right. Hold on. Water? Okay, then what if we flip that around? What if there was no water? Then the body would go right down in an instant. So could the real manner of death be? Thanks for the great hint, Athena. Huh? I helped you and I didn't know it? Your Honor, I think we know the real manner of the victim's death. I think won't do, Mr. Wright. I expect a clear answer. Now then, what was the real manner of Jack Shipley's death? What's the manner of death that moved the victim to the bottom of the pool in an instant? Well, it would be by falling. Please take a look at the diagram of the orca pool. If there was no water in this pool, then it would be very easy to move the victim's body to the bottom of the pool. Plop. He would drop straight down. Oh my, could that be the true manner of death? The orca pool is about 65 feet deep. If the victim were to go from the top of the pool to the bottom where there was no water, then he would, without question, have fallen to his death. Death from a fall? And that's your answer? It all makes perfect sense. If he fell, that would explain the signs of blunt force trauma over the body, too. The culprit pushed the victim into the pool when there was no water in it. After doing something to keep the body from floating up, they filled the pool with water. The pool water washed away any signs of blood, so no one would realize that he fell. So surprisingly, that actually makes sense. Order. Order in the court. I'm just as surprised as you are, but I must have order. If falling was a manner of death, then does that mean the defendant's behavior was the result of being manipulated by the true culprit as the defense claimed? Yes, it would have to be. All that needs to be explained now is how the real culprit commanded Orla. Miss Buckler, is there a way to instruct Orla to bite someone? What? What kind of trick would that be? Of course not. Then could you tell us about the tricks Orla does know? Well, there's jumping, dancing, and playing volleyball. And she can spin, do the rock and roll trick, and sing the Swashbuckler Spectacular song. Those sound like pretty nice tricks, but I doubt they're related to this case. She's also practicing 2 new top secret tricks. There's the human rocket, where she shoots somebody up into the air. And then there's the Lifesaver trick, where she brings a drowning person to the surface. Hey, one of these top secret tricks might have something to do with the case. Now, which of these 2 tricks sounds relevant to the case? Well, it would have to be the Lifesaver trick. So, in the Lifesaver trick, Orla brings a drowning person to the surface, correct? You caught it. Orla's still learning how to hold someone gently in her mouth. So she sometimes bites into their clothes, but she's never hurt a person's skin. She brings a drowning person to the surface? Then that must be it! And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. That matches up perfectly with what Mr. Plume said in the testimony. The real culprit must have used a Lifesaver trick command to manipulate Orla. I still find this very hard to believe. Then let's see it for ourselves. Let's have Orla show us her trick using the practice dummy. As you wish. Prosecutor doesn't appear to have any objection. Miss Buckley, please proceed. Okay, sure. I'll show you Orla's phenomenal trick. Hey Marlin, are you ready over there? Okay, let me just go get the practice dummy. There, it's in the pool. Ready and standing by, Sasha. Here goes, Orla's secret new trick, the Lifesaver. Aww. The clothes got torn up a little, but the dummy doesn't have any new marks on it. Good girl, Orla. And there you have it, Orla's secret new trick. Here. I'm not reading that. Sounds like the gallery loved Orla's performance. That was great! That awesome trick captured everybody's heart. Oh, wonderful! I wish I could see more. Looks like we silenced Prosecutor Blackwell. Thank you, Orla and Miss Buckler, and thank you too, Mr. Rhymes. And so now you can clearly see how Orla was manipulated. The bottom of the orca pool needs to be examined immediately. We might still find some evidence of the victim falling to his death. Prosecutor Blackwell, please have that taken care of at once. Oh, excuse me, Prosecutor Blackwell, but I'm requesting further investigation. Ah! Just Prosecutor Blackwell, you have to answer the nice judge politely. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. The thing you asked for just came in. And you couldn't be bothered to think of a less violent way to deliver it? What did Prosecutor Blackwell ask for? Humph. I've been waiting for this. Oh, what is that? An updated autopsy report. What? Why did it have to come now? During the recess, I ordered the body be re-examined. Something started nagging at me during the course of the trial, you see. Here. I take it you'd like me to read it? Very well. Cause of death. Thought to be from 65-foot fall. Shipley's autopsy report updated in the court record. Instant death from a brain contusion. There are signs of blunt force trauma all over the body. Details updated. But this? But this is decisive evidence that substantiates Mr. H's theory. What? It's something good for a change? If the manner of death was falling into an empty pool, the worker can't be responsible. Seems Orla's complete innocence has been proven. I suppose I can't deny that. This is fantastic! You did it, Mr. Wright! Prosecutor Blackwell isn't even trying to refute it. Orla is saved. Yeah. Is it really safe to celebrate? It would appear more investigation in this case is necessary. But first allow me to render my verdict. The court finds defendant Orla Shipley not guilty. This can't be it. There has to be more to this. You did it! Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you, Athena. Orla and Marlon, thank you too. Aw, that just never ceases to make me smile. I just find that so really adorable. Congrats, Sasha! Time to celebrate. Go on, eat up. You deserve it, girl. Glad to see everybody so happy, and I'm absolutely thrilled about the verdict. Thank you, Ray Dono. Huh? For what? The drain pool. Thanks to you, the truth is finally clear. Fulbright. Arrest this woman. Certainly. Right away, Prosecutor Blackwell. Sasha Buckler, you are hereby under arrest for the murder of Jack Shipley. What? Well, what are you talking about? What reason could you possibly have? Come now, you must have had some idea in the back of your dull little mind. The true culprit manipulated the worker in order to have false charges brought upon her. And who is the only one with the ability to accomplish that? It can only be the worker's trainer. But I'm sure there's some other explanation.
Silence.
I don't need any of your baseless counter-arguments. Have you forgotten? In order to enter the Orca pool room, a security guard is necessary. Security guard that only the victim and Sasha Buckler possessed. Miss Buckler is the only one who could have caused the victim to follow his death. Ah! What? No, I don't believe it. Miss Buckler was so upset by Mr. Shipley's death. She couldn't have done it. Fulbright. We asked the security company yesterday to check the security card logs. Their report just came in during the recess. The night before the incident, Sasha Buckler used her card to enter the Orca pool room. After that, not a single person entered that pool room. Not until the incident was discovered when Miss Buckler and the guard ran in.
Objection!
But no one would commit murder where the card usage was being recorded. Apparently, the aquarium employees don't know that the card usage is tracked. What's more, Miss Buckler was seen arguing with the victim before the incident. So, Miss Trainer, what were you arguing about? It was a private matter. But it wasn't anything I would kill him over. That's ridiculous. Miss Buckler is the only one who entered the room, and she knows how to command Orla. Besides, I thought her suspicious from the very beginning. You suspected Miss Buckler from the start? The Orca did tricks because someone commanded her to do so. Possibly someone with a heart so black as to make her own partner the murder weapon. The possibility the Orca killed the victim. The possibility a human manipulated the Orca. I looked into both. So he suspected both Sasha and Orla all along. My gratitude to you. After all, you were the one who drew out that information about the Lifesaver trick. The Orca you saved was an unwitting victim. A victim made it to look like the weapon that killed Jack Shipley. No! Alright, come along then. Let's have a good long talk. Wait, I didn't kill the captain. And I would never try to frame Orla. Why would I hurt the ones I love like that? Sasha! Phoenix! Athena! You gotta believe me. This is bad. Yeah, we acquitted Orla, but now we gotta save Sasha. Sasha didn't kill him. I believe that with all my heart. There's gotta be something we can do. I feel the same way. Could I have done something differently? But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine things turning out like this. It would appear that this case has taken on an entirely new aspect. But this trial is only concerned with the ruling on the defendant, or Shipley. So I'm afraid this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned. Wow, that's bad. And with that, we are going to end things off here. The next time I see you guys, we are going to be investigating around Ship-Shape Aquarium and see if we can find anything that can prove Sasha didn't kill the victim either. We acquitted an orca, and now we have to go back to having to defend humans again. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I'll be seeing you guys again next time.